Look at this idiot wearing a pumpkin on his head. Oh, what a nice axe. Let's drop this bitch. Wait. What was that? Halloween is a celebration where boys wear scary costumes.
Hey.
You didn't dress up either.
Yes, I did. I'm Chandler.
And girls wear no makeup. But that's for the typical people. See, us nerds, we just sit at home and play video games. But this year, I decided to make a change. So I made a video game. Well, at first I was gonna go for a haunted house kind of thing, where you and the boys are having a Halloween party, but things go wrong. After designing the structure of the house, I figured out that I didn't have enough time, so I decided to go for a haunted forest instead. Unlike any other times, I decided to plan things out. So I went to taiga.com and started planning. Well, the first step is to find some PS1 models. Why PS1, I hear you ask? Because PS1 style games are cool and my computer can't handle any higher graphics. But whatever, I found some good models, mainly from itch.io, and put them inside of my game. Then I designed the forest using Unity terrain tools. And the next step is to add a beam. This time though, I decided to throw my ego out the window and slap him in the face and punch him in the balls and chuck him in the air. And follow along with the Samyam tutorial and use the new input system. And with that, we can now move around like a bean. I want my game to be puzzle based, so I put some cabins in different areas of the forest and some hiding spots. The next task on our to-do list is to add an inventory system. And if you have been watching me for a while, you know that I have made many different inventory systems in my previous games. So it should be a piece of cake, right? I think I crashed Unity. After some bug fixing, we now have a fully functioning inventory system, where some items even take 2 or 3 slots. Man, I'm a genius. But since our inventory is smaller than my dick, we probably need to throw some items out. So I added this little button down here, which is supposed to do that. Wait, where did it go? Where are they going? Okay, now we can throw our items away, and they even have physics. Cool. In every horror game, for some reason, we are controlling a character that is suffering from cardiovascular disease and loses his breath every 5 seconds or so. So I made a stamina system and an effect that indicates how much breath you have. By the way, if you haven't noticed, there's a Silent Hill fog effect in the game as well. With the inventory done, we can now focus on making puzzles. First, here's some gameplay footage of a door I made. Pretty cool. Now, one of the puzzles of the game would be to find a key to open this door. And to achieve that, I gotta write some code. Easy. The fuck? Whatever, we can even open closets now. Cool. If gamers want to interact with something, the game has to show them how to do that. So I drew some buttons inside of Photoshop, and now the confusion is no more. In one of my previous videos, which you should totally check it out by the way, I made a puzzle which you have to rotate some pictures to unlock a door. Unfortunately, I didn't finish that game, but I wanted to use the puzzle somewhere in my games, and this was a perfect opportunity. With the puzzles done, now it was time to make the map for the game, because honestly even I get lost here sometimes, and this
Biggest piece of dog shit
is supposed to give you some assistance. Guys, I want you to listen, cause what I'm about to say is a very original idea and has never been used in any other games. You drive a car into the forest and your car suddenly decides to die, and now you have to find items to fix it and get out. Very original. Now, we can't possibly have a horror game without some kind of stalker enemy. Or we can, but whatever. The stalker enemy is going to be a pumpkin head guy with a chainsaw, which is supposed to fit the whole Halloween theme of the game. Now, in order to simulate a stalker enemy's eyes, we use something called a ray cast, which casts a ray from the enemy's eyes, and if the ray touches the player, it means he's seen him. For this case, I made only 2 rays. One for when the player is crouching, and one for when the player is not crouching. And the rays rotate constantly, which is better and more optimal. And here is our enemy. He's pretty dumb at the moment. We're gonna fix that later. A game without some chase music is bad. Anything without music is bad. Like, imagine if this video didn't have any music. So I used the violin loop for when he's near you and a horror music for when he's chasing you. I'll probably link them up on the itch.io page of the game. Every game needs to have some kind of backstory to it and an intro that tells the story. And this game's the story is, well, you and your friends are supposed to meet up at the forest, which, well, you guys didn't make the right decision. See, that's why I don't have any friends. Like, that's not because of my communication disabilities. Whatever, I made an ending for the game as well and set up an itch.io page, and the game is available for free. I will link it in the description down below. But before you go ahead and play, make sure to like, subscribe, and
get out of here.